Number 3, a man should never have to ask to be celebrated. We expect him to do all of these things for us, and you can't say thank you?
This ain't a rap song, it's Red Pill Rage.
There's something that
This
needs
ain't a
to be
rap
built
song, it's
in the
Red Pill
house,
Rage.
who
This
builds
ain't a
it? Who
rap
is your
song,
wife?
it's Red Pill Rage.
Depends
This
on what
ain't
it
a
is.
rap song, it's Red Pill Rage.
Nigga, what?
There used to be a time that fairy tales were true.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out. If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. But can you do me a favor? Hit the notifications button right now. All right, guys, today I have 2 videos for you. The first video is going to be 2 men debate why women do not cook or clean anymore. And when it comes to this debate, I will be 50-50 on each side. And I think the more that you watch the video, the more that you're going to understand exactly why I am 50-50 on each side. And when it comes to the second video, it's going to be a lady breaking down 5 things that a man should never have to worry about whenever they are in a relationship. Now, we do have a lot of videos that are telling girls how to act whenever they are in a relationship, but what you have to understand about relationships are based on compromise. Both have to be able to compromise to create one goal. It's that simple. Compromise to create one goal. It isn't one chase the other and make the best person win, because now everybody is dating so they don't get hurt in the end, so they find themselves dating weaker people. Let's get to it.
Why don't the women want to cook and clean for the men anymore?
Because they're tired, bro. They have to go to work every day. That's not hard.
They're tired?
Yeah, they gotta go to work every day, just like you.
What are they tired of?
Of working. It's not hard. I mean, that shouldn't even be like, I don't even understand the question. Like, they're tired. Aren't you tired when you get home from work?
They're working every day, so they're tired. That's why I don't want to cook.
Yeah.
He's making sense. You got to realize the guy that he's talking to that's scratching his head right now, he's been married for 20 years. So in America, it is easy. Well, let me take that back. In foreign countries, it's easy for you to get married and the wife actually stays at home and be a housewife because it's more affordable. You have less people and you have less going on. But when it comes to America, there's a bill for everything that you do. So it forces most families to have the man and the woman work in order to survive, which is why the Western world is different, because it's actually ran off of money. You have to have money to survive. So the more kids you have, the more both parents have to work.
You think I want to work 8 hours and then come home and then cook and clean? I mean, I do it because I have to. I have 5 children. But yeah, I mean.
Do you have a woman right now?
What's that?
Do you have a woman right now?
I've been married for over 20 years.
Okay. Does your wife work?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are the roles in a marriage?
What are you talking about, roles? Everybody does what they have to do.
Well, okay, what do you do? What does she do?
For a living?
No, in the house for the marriage. What do you guys do? What are your roles?
Role? I don't understand the question. She does what needs to be done that day.
Okay, what you have here is, all right, what you have is you have a guy who is red pill. That's the guy with the glasses on. And in this space, we spend a lot of time saying, what are the man roles and what are the women roles? One thing that you guys have to understand about life and life in general, the 1960s and 70s are gone. That going back to the old-fashioned way, that's gone. That's delusional for men to think that women are still supposed to be doing that. No, that's what life used to be about. So when you come into this space and you start to take on this red pill ideology, you think just because a woman is not being a traditional housewife, she's just bad and the world is just out of whack and dating is whack. Oh my God, she's working. Like this guy is saying, what are the roles in the house? What is she supposed to be doing? Realistically, if both parents are working, both parents will have to split the chores. That's realistic talk. If that man was rich and successful and could provide for his household to where his woman did not have to work, then there's woman roles. But when both parents have to have a job. There's no such thing as this is the woman's role and that's the man's role. Only when the man is the head bread maker and the woman does not work, we put all of this into play. And this is something that you guys truly need to understand, because you be getting it confused because you're not living reality.
Day if she has time to do it, and if she doesn't, I do it. I do what needs to be done that day, and if I don't have time to do it, she does. But roles, I don't know what you're
How do you not know what roles are in a marriage? You're married for 20 years. You guys don't have
those
any
don't
roles?
exist. Because those don't exist. Like, I'm not white. I'm not a white Christian man. I don't.
What are you talking about? I'm not white. What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, because you're trying.
Now, truthfully, I didn't understand why he would say that he wasn't white. I didn't understand that part, but I get what he's saying, where he's like, all right, I'm not a religion Christian person where it's the alpha and then the woman who does. It's not traditional. It's what he's trying to say.
You're trying to live up to like some white supremacist ideal of
What are you talking about?
I don't subscribe.
Nobody said nothing about no supremacy.
Teamwork makes the dream work, friend. We a team.
Okay, I get what he's saying. He's trying to say someone's telling you that you're supposed to be living a certain way, and the other guy's saying teamwork makes the dream work. He's right. You and her will have to be a team in order to raise a family. That's simple. Most men do not have a goal that what they want to be in life besides fall in love. Like, let's just keep it funky. Most of you don't have a goal. Your goal is to only fall in love in life. But what you have to understand is you have to have a common goal in order for the team to have something to accomplish.
Team. Ain't no roles.
What do you mean there ain't no roles?
It's not that hard to understand. You said, why do women not want to cook and clean? You're tired. You have to go to work.
Okay.
I answered that question.
Okay.
You said, what are your roles? I said, we're a team.
If there's something that needs to be built in the house, who builds it? You or your wife?
Depends on what it is.
What do you mean depends on what it is?
Like if it's a toy for the kids, you know what I'm saying? My wife's better at putting stickers on it, so she builds it. But if we're talking about
that's not building nothing, man.
I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Stickers on something, you lost it.
I get what he's saying when he's saying who builds stuff in the house. That means like if something goes wrong, who's gonna fix the cabinet? Who's gonna fix the steps? Who's gonna fix the hole in the wall? Who's gonna patch up the hole in the floor from the kids destructing? We understand that part. A man is gonna mainly do those little things and do the handyman work around the house. But how many guys are actually handy? Like, let's keep it funky. How many of you have lifted up the hammer? When's the last time you built a house? Not even just a regular house, a bird house. So you have to understand that these ideologies that we teach you guys are for real alpha men. For guys who are really out here doing manly things, not the guy that's sitting back talking. See, you have a married man here down at the screen below. He's speaking from a realistic point of view, even though I did not understand what he's talking about, the white supremacy thing. I don't understand, but he's speaking realistically what happens. The guy with the glasses on is you. He's the guy that caught the ideology, and now he's trying to repeat what someone in a YouTube video has told him what a woman is supposed to be doing and what man is supposed to be doing and how life is supposed to be flowing. And he's talking to a married man who's been married for 20 years, and the married man is saying, hey, it's nothing like that. You and her have to be partners. He's right. This is why it's crucial for you to have your dream, because if you don't have a woman to help you accomplish that dream, you accomplish that dream yourself, but you don't stop until you accomplish the dream. She has to hold you down or she's slowing you down. Both of them are making sense, but you have to understand the one at the bottom, the married guy, is telling you it has to be teamwork. All this woman role and that role, no, that's what single men talk.
Still a task, but my wife's an interior designer, so she can build anything.
I ain't got time for no foolishness. He gone.
Why?
I understand where you're going with it, but the married guy did make a lot of sense. He's telling you there's certain things that his wife's going to do and there's certain things that he's going to do. But he makes a statement. Women are missing out on the roles that they're supposed to be playing. Why? Because they have to work too to survive in America. America revolves around money. I know a lot of you guys, you become accustomed to living inside of your room, not really wanting much out of life. Most of your life is just spent on the internet, clicking likes button, dislikes, and debating people in the comments. But out here in the real world, we see the difference between each woman. We know the bad woman from the good woman from this type of woman because we gain the experience. A lot of you guys have a one-size-fits-all for all women, and that's what you see when you watch this debate. The next video is going to be a woman breaking down why 5 things that men should never do in a relationship when they have a woman. Let's get to it.
Daddy 63 made a video that went viral where he listed 5 things that he believes a woman should never have to do when she has a man in her life. Now, I would like to do my version of 5 things a man should never have to do when he has a woman in his life. And this is a man who is taking care of business. We're not talking about you bums out there.
Okay, I'm glad she stressed that. I'm glad she stressed that.
Number 1, a man should never have to pack his own lunch. You're already cooking dinner. Why not set an extra chicken leg, an extra potato, and an extra serving of broccoli to the side when you cook so he can have a lunch ready to go in the morning?
Well, for one, not that many women are cooking meals nowadays. Not that many women know how to cook a meal, even though you do have women out there that are doing it. But once again, it's not guaranteed that every guy that's out here on his grind is going to get a woman that do that. But if she is taking on the role of a wife and a girlfriend, and you do have kids, and she is doing majority of the cooking, yes, your woman should be able to provide a lunch for you, especially if she doesn't work. Keep in mind, if she doesn't work.
I'm telling you, it's a big flex for him to be sitting in that break room with coworkers and he's got a nice lunch packed and it's smelling good, and throw a little note in there and telling him what you're going to do later on that night. And he blush, big flex. Number 2, a man should never have to ask for encouragement. The world beats our men up enough. Why is he being beat up at home?
And she's absolutely right. This is what a lot of you guys go through. You have dreams, you have ambitions, you have things that you want to do with your life, but you get caught up with the wrong girl that's bringing you down. She always pulling out the negatives of everything that you want to do, and it kills your spirit and it kills your dream. Let's be honest. Most of you guys are only stuck trying to figure out how to love a woman because you don't know how to love a purpose, because every time you try to come up with a purpose, the woman you loved shut it down.
If this man is handling all of his business and he has a day where he's feeling down and he's feeling like he can't do it, encourage that man. Speak life into that man, because the better he feels, the better he can make you feel. Teamwork. Number 3, a man should never have to ask to be celebrated. We expect him to do all of these things for us, and you can't say thank you.
She's right on that.
You can't say, I appreciate you. You can't make a big deal when he walks into the house with something new for you.
That's why I have an Arab woman.
You can't make a big deal when he cuts the grass and he got them lines perfectly. You can't celebrate that man for handling business. Celebrate that man. And sometimes you need to make a big deal out of it so he feels the desire to keep doing it.
And another thing that I want to say on that is, if you're paying for a house and you're cutting the grass and your woman doesn't appreciate it, it's time to kick her to the curb. See, when it comes to men and women relationships, a woman to continue to get over on you, she'll continue to disrespect you if you allow it to happen. If you let her get away with it one too many times. What a lot of men have to master is correcting things when it happens immediately. The first time that she disrespects you, you check her. The first time she's unappreciative, you check her. Do not be afraid to walk away, but you got to handle all this before you get married. You don't move in with her. You don't have kids. You don't do any of this stuff until she starts proving that loyalty, that she's going to be supportive.
Number 3, this man should never have to ask for intimacy. Why are we using it as a weapon? You want him to get up and handle business without being asked. Why you can't handle business without being asked? Why does he have to beg and plead and bribe you to handle his physical needs? What did your grandmama teach you? You never let a man leave out of the house angry, hungry, or keep playing.
All right, with that one, I'm in mixed feelings about that. For one, with most couples that have been together for a long time, the first thing that dies out is going to be the bedroom. I'm telling you that right now. The bedroom is going to die out. That's why it's very important for you and a woman to have chemistry. So when the bedroom die out, you at least have your friendship that could create a spark to make the bedroom back hot again. A lot of guys just don't understand that the reason why she's not sleeping with you is because at the beginning, she didn't like you. You're probably the guy that she tells people, oh, when we met, I didn't even like him. And then he did this, and then he did this, and then he did that. That's the only way women don't want to have sex with a guy. I'm just letting you know. If you're in your marriage and she's not giving it up, she never liked you. It's that simple. When a woman liked you at the beginning and then it goes into full-blown love, she will always be in the mood. That's real talk. But keep in mind, after a while, the sex will die out. But if you and her still have chemistry, your friendship will glue you together, and then the hotness in the relationship in the bedroom will come back.
Last but not least, a man should never have to ask for support. If this man is a visionary, if he's leading his house, if he is operating in the capacity that benefits everybody in his family, when he comes to you with a plan and he tells you, baby, what do you think? You need to be saying, I'm on board, and what can I do?
She's absolutely right. This is why it is extremely important for you to have a dream and for you to have a purpose. You have to tell her your goal that you want to accomplish. Just by doing that, it eliminates a lot of headache that you're going to have in the future. I'm letting you know that right now. If you could tell a girl, this is my plan, this is where I want to be at, are you going to help me get there? I don't have time to chase you around. I don't have time to wait for your phone calls back. I don't have time to guess what you're doing because you're insecure because the last 5 guys broke your heart. That's what you guys have to understand. You got to have a plan. She's either holding you down or she's slowing you down. It's that simple.
Because the better your family operates, the better everybody is in whole, the easier your job is ultimately. Support that man when he's doing positive things and put in effort to help him so y'all can build together and be a dream team.
And she's right. See, what you guys have to understand when it comes to women, the only person that's going to make the decision how the relationship goes is you. See, you give her the power because you want to have sex. That's the problem. You never look at it like, well, there's more women than men. I will treat you good. See, you're afraid to tell a woman, listen, I'll treat you good, but you got to help me accomplish my goals to treat you good. If not, just keep jumping from guy to guy and see which one sticks around. You have to understand that men without a plan, you become part of her reality show that she has when she's living in themes. You have to realize a woman will work the same job for the rest of her life and date 50 different guys in the process and give birth to kids by different dudes. She won't care as long as she has an income coming in. So you have to be the guy that doesn't get caught in her fairy tales, because you're going to go from messing with girls who are combative to messing with baby moms who have multiple kids by different dudes. You're going to stay in the loop of drama. So understand, you have to have a purpose to tell her you're either going to help me or you're going to lose. Hopefully you guys got the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.